real heartbeat of this country are folks who take the leap to form their own businesses. Big businesses weren't just created overnight. They started as small businesses, and they started by people who wanted to be entrepreneurs. I began my career back in 1987. I finished up the University of South Carolina and came back home to get into banking. I was a page in the state senate for a gentleman named J. Vern Smith. And Uncle Vern, as they called him, asked me what I wanted to do. And he convinced me to think about banking. And I hadn't thought about banking up until that point. I knew at some point I wanted to be an entrepreneur, but what would I do in the meantime? And got out of school, and he helped me kind of look around a bit, and he's the reason I got started in banking. I worked for two of the top 4 banks in the country at headquarters there in Charlotte. It was a great opportunity for me. And I knew all along that really I wanted to be at the top of my game, whatever I did. And you know, if you're in trillion-dollar companies, the probability of you running that company becomes fairly slim, but I knew that at some point I was going to run someone's financial institution. And so for me, it was about learning everything that I possibly could. I really do love what I do. We make commerce turn. I mean, this is a great thing when you look at the small businesses, when you look at anything you ride up and down the street, a financial institution had something to do with it. And the beauty of it is that you can help people create their dreams, whether it's on the retail or what we call the consumer side, or from a business aspect. You know, you're helping small business owners realize their dream of either growing, hiring more people, creating different jobs in the community. And so it's that ability to really help people that I cherish most about this role. Someone told me a long time ago, it takes being different to be better. And so I always kept that in the back of my mind, that if I was like everybody else, I'd just be average like everyone else. And so I always thought about what would it take to be different. And I won't tell you the whole story, but a while ago, someone I worked for, an executive, high-ranking executive in Charlotte, asked me, "Is this your best work?" And every day from that day on, I ask myself, is this your best work? I even keep a little sign on a couple of my desks, and it says, is this your best work? So when any of my teammates send me something or we're asked to do something, one of the first things I always ask, is this your best work? Because if it's not your best work, why'd you do it? If you become complacent, you settle into mediocrity. And so for me, those two things, it takes being different to be better, and is this your best work, really challenge me every day. And that's part of that internal motivation that I talked about a little earlier. That's the driving force behind what I do. The best thing that you can do for this community is be successful. The very best thing you can do is be successful. And so that means that I've helped the community out. That means that I've helped people in the community out. And so when they look back on the legacy of Walter Davis, I want them to be able to say, you know what, he made a difference. He made a real difference. I could move to anywhere in the country I want to. I chose to come back home to South Carolina for that very reason, to make a difference.